Swarbrick's hypocritical silence is deafening. New Zealand has a remarkable habit of shaping the world in ways far bigger than its size and has been a place where bold ideas take root. New Zealand was the first nation on earth that said women deserve the vote. That wasn't just political reform, it was moral leadership. This is the country that raised Ernest Rutherford, a kid from rural Nelson who grew up to split the atom and transform modern science. His work didn't just win a Nobel Prize, it changed humanity's understanding of the universe. New Zealand is the home of the All Blacks, a team whose excellence is so consistent that the black jersey has become a global symbol of discipline, unity and mastery. And it's the home of Team New Zealand, whose sailors and engineers have repeatedly redefined what's possible on water, turning innovation into a national identity. That same goose-bump spirit of world-changing innovation is happening again, right now, but you won't hear a single peep, not a single word of praise from Swarbrick's Green MPs. So let's dive deeper. Look at the work being done in nuclear fusion, not in Silicon Valley, not in Europe, but right here in New Zealand. Kiwi scientists and engineers at OpenStar are attempting something quite extraordinary to create clean, limitless energy by replicating the power of the stars. If they succeed, it won't just be a breakthrough for New Zealand, it will be a breakthrough for humanity. It'll be our generation's equivalent of Ernest Rutherford's atom, a discovery that will reshape the world. You may not need to leave New Zealand to be part of something big or go overseas to find opportunity. The next big-time global energy revolution might be happening right here, but not a peep from Chloe Swarbrick's Green MPs. Nothing. Nuclear fusion's big appeal is simple. It promises huge amounts of clean, reliable energy without the downside of today's power sources. Nuclear fusion is valuable to humanity because it's the same process that powers our sun, the star that makes life on Earth possible. In the sun's core, hydrogen atoms fuse together under immense heat and pressure, releasing huge amounts of clean, steady energy. If humans can recreate that process on Earth, even at a much smaller scale, it will provide an energy source that is incredibly powerful, produces no carbon emissions, and leaves behind almost no long-lived waste. Just as the sun has fueled planet Earth for billions of years, fusion can offer humanity a long-term, reliable energy supply. Fusion doesn't rely on burning fuels or extracting limited resources. Instead, it uses abundant elements like hydrogen, the same basic fuel the sun uses to generate heat and electricity, in a way that's safe, sustainable, and environmentally friendly. And guess what? The New Zealand Green Party MPs all love the sun. They simply can't get enough of it. They can't stop promoting it. They love the sun's fusion energy. They love solar. It oozes out of every orifice when they speak. Yet their hypocritical silence on planet Earth's fusion energy is deafening. OpenStar in New Zealand is trying to build a small nuclear fusion reactor that mimics how planets like Earth naturally confine plasma. In essence, they're trying to bottle a tiny star using a clever magnetic trick. Brief summary. OpenStar is a Wellington startup private company developing a levitated dipole fusion reactor. In Te Reo, that's a wave particle walker, a design inspired by Earth's magnetic field. They put a floating superconducting magnet inside the reactor, which creates a naturally stable magnetic bubble that can hold superhot plasma. Got that? Piece of cake. OpenStar have already created plasma at around 300,000 degrees centigrade for 20 seconds, proving that their machine works. This is an early, but nonetheless super exciting, important milestone on the road to actual fusion power. Their goal is to scale this up to real fusion conditions and eventually produce clean electricity by the 2030s. They also expect to make money earlier by producing medical isotopes, which are normally made using fission reactors. Why it matters? If OpenStar's approach works, it could lead to clean, carbon-free, virtually limitless energy, smaller, cheaper fusion reactors, early revenue from medical isotopes, a chance for New Zealand to be a global leader in fusion technology, and no need for the New Zealand Green Party or Te Pāti Māori anymore. The advantages of nuclear fusion. 1. Practically limitless fuel. Fusion runs on hydrogen isotopes found in water and lithium. Earth has billions of years worth of these. No fear of running out. No dependence on rare materials. No geopolitical choke points. 2. No greenhouse gases. Fusion doesn't burn anything. It produces zero carbon dioxide during operation, making it one of the cleanest possible energy sources. 3. No long-lived nuclear waste. Unlike fission reactors, fusion produces no spent fuel rods. The small amount of radioactive material created in the reactor walls decays in decades, not thousands of years. This removes the biggest public concern about nuclear energy. 4. Inherently safe. Fusion can't run away or melt down. If something goes wrong, the reaction simply stops, like a fire going out when you remove the match. 5. Massive energy output. A fusion reaction releases millions of times more energy per kilogram than fossil fuels. This means far less land use than solar or wind, far fewer materials needed, power plants that can run 24/7 regardless of weather. 6. Stable, always on electricity. Fusion provides baseload power, steady, reliable energy that doesn't fluctuate. This makes it a perfect partner for renewables, filling in the gaps when the sun isn't shining or the wind isn't blowing. 7. Minimal environmental footprint. No mining of coal, no oil spills, no smokestacks, no massive dams. Fusion plants are compact and clean. Conclusion. When fusion becomes commercially viable, it will deliver clean, safe, abundant and reliable energy on a scale large enough to power the world for millennia. It's not magic, but it's about as close as physics allows. Thank you for listening. WhangāreiTim.